Alright, hey everybody, and welcome to another video on the new Battlebots pack of Robot Arena 2. So, in this video, we're going to debut 8 more robots, show them off, hopefully get some more fun fights out of them. So, let's find out who all is going to be featured in this video. So, Group 6 here features Axolotl, vertical spinner from couple seasons of Battlebots ago, as his Bombshell, vertical spinner as well. Death Roll. We haven't seen Death Roll since a couple seasons of Battlebots ago, but we'll soon see Death Roll in the upcoming season. Extinguisher, another robot we haven't seen since 2020, multiple configurations. I'll plan on using both of them. Then, of course, one of the best robots in Heart, Rusty, right there at that overhead hammer, and its adorable design. So then part 2, the other 3 robots, we got a couple big names. Sawblades, one of the most ferocious robots in Battlebots history, as well as Switchback and Texas Twister. 2 more robots that should be able to give us some solid entertainment out of this. So, alright. Let's go ahead and get ready to go here. But yeah, if you don't remember how all this stuff works, basically it's really simple. This isn't really meant to be competitive or anything like that. The idea is mostly to show off a lot of these robots and show off what they can do, show off each configuration and stuff like that. Each robot will get 2 to 3 matchups and simply fight it out like that. So, first fight, Bombshell versus Sawblades. So, yeah, so I'm going to plan on driving Sawblades for this fight, and then I'll let the AI take Bombshell wherever Bombshell is at, right there. Yeah, most fights of Sawblades, I probably will have the AI running it, so this will be a good match for Sawblades, to drive Sawblades. Jeez, I always forget how quick Bombshell is. Jeez, getting underneath me pretty easily. Yes, Bombshell never really did that much damage, at least, but it's very fast, very maneuverable, and there we go. All right. There's some damage. Hey, we took off a big chunk of that wedge. It's very hard for Sawblades to keep balance right there, because I noticed it's hopping up in the air a little bit. And I noticed that when I was configuring these robots. Hey, we took a wheel off! Heck yeah. Yeah, because I noticed while testing Sawblades out and working and getting it controlled and programmed for this video that it's very easy to unbalance Sawblades, and I'm not sure what that was, but Sawblades very easily like hops up into the air like that, right there, that I just showed off. But I'm trying to help Bombshell get out of there, but I don't think I'm going to be able to. Let's say after the fight ended that way, I'd say let's go round 2, because I think we can get a little more out of these robots. Because it was a pretty solid first fight, because Bombshell had some pretty solid moments at the beginning of that match. Oh boy, and they're getting underneath us very early on. And now we're underneath. I have a feeling this could be an unwise decision with weapon on weapon. Not sure whose piece is... Whoa! Okay, so that's part of Bombshell that we were just taking off. Part of the vertical spinner. Holy crap, we took apart the weapon. The entire wedge is off, too. The wedge is, like, really what makes Bombshell so powerful, and now we just fell through the floor. Okay, so, well, we know Sawblades' hammer saw is really powerful, but yeah, let's move on. So, next fight, Extinguisher versus Texas Twister. So, idea is I'm gonna drive I'll drive Extinguisher for this fight. Extinguisher, I feel, would probably go with the hammer configuration IRL, but I could be wrong about that. I think I'm going to go with that, because I know at least with horizontals, Extinguisher would use, like, the front, their heavier armor, which they could with the hammer configuration, so that's my guess for what Extinguisher would do for a fight like this, but John Flack, if you're listening and that's the opposite, go ahead and say something, or anything like that, but at least if I took a guess, I feel Extinguisher would probably go with the hammer configuration for a fight like this. Alright, let's see if he can strike the weapon right there. See if he can maybe break it. Because I don't think their spinner is going to do that much damage to us to the hammer if we strike the top of it. But who knows? Oh, we are smoking though. And there is a piece or two of the front taken off. Oh boy, yep, there are more pieces of the plow getting taken off. So I see we're messing up the top pretty good. Not sure what that piece is right there, if that's part of Texas Twister or part of us. Oh boy, let's be careful, because that horizontal spinner is very dangerous. Oh boy, and they took off a wheel. Oh boy. Whoa, Extinguisher is now starting to take some major damage. Yes, we have gotten many hammer shots in, but we're not doing a lot of damage, unfortunately. Yeah, I would personally love to see Extinguisher back, because Extinguisher is a robot that I personally do believe is a little bit underrated. Like, even though, like, it didn't do so well, because, like, there were some pictures. Oh boy, they took off another wheel. But back to what I was saying, like, especially after the Valkyrie fight, I've seen some pictures of Valkyrie after that fight. Extinguisher actually did a solid amount of damage in that fight, which is pretty incredible stuff. Oh, the hammer! I just noticed the hammer is moving slower right now. It's like it's striking at a slower speed than what it was. I wonder if there's like, I wonder if this is like a pneumatics type hammer or something like that, because it's not striking as hard. But overall, this has been a pretty solid fight for the most part, I'd say. It's too bad the hammer hasn't really done that much damage. Like, the top and the bottom definitely is pretty messed up on Texas Twister, but other than that, like, I was just hoping for pieces maybe to fly off, maybe like the weapon or something, but that unfortunately did not happen. But Texas Twister did do a lot of damage to us, though. Okay. Next fight, Axolotl and Rusty, and I have to go with Axolotl for this one, because this robot isn't actually in the main pack. In fact, this was one of the extras that I've got, but so Rusty will have to be controlled by the AI for this fight, but I'll plan on using Rusty for its next fight. Okay, let's do this. Alright, let's see what Axolotl can do. Whoa, and Rusty's already smoking. Oh boy. Hey, crap, Rusty's Well, I think the game just crashed. Yeah, so that happened right there, so yeah, 18 seconds, and it led to a crash right there. Yeah. It's unfortunate that certain robots, like, it ends up crashing the game, like, right as they're about to get control boarded, because, like, it sounds like there's just so many components to so many of some of these robots to where it really pushes the game to its limits, but, yeah, we're just gonna call it at that for this fight. Next up, Death Roll versus Switchback, and I'm gonna attempt to drive Switchback here, but I've heard from Pori that apparently, like, Switchback is a pretty tricky robot to drive, but I'm up for the challenge, and let's go ahead and do it. Let's see what's going on. Yeah, Pori said it took him a little bit of practice, but he said he's gotten good at driving Switchback, which I totally believe, because Pori's great at RE2. So, let's do this. Alright. Whoa, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Like, including this is a tough matchup for Switchback as well, because Death Roll is by no means an easy opponent at all. But I will admit, though, like, I'm glad to see Death Roll back, and I also gotta say about Switchback, because this new Switchback looks fierce for this season, and I'm absolutely stoked that we get to see a second season from Switchback, because like I felt it had a reasonable rookie season. Like, definitely there were some flaws within it, which always happen with new robots and stuff like that, and definitely it'll be great to see how well they do coming into their second season at Battlebots. Yeah, and then Death Roll. We haven't seen Death Roll since 2019, just due to COVID restrictions. But yeah, I'm very much looking forward to seeing Death Roll back after their Final Four run back in 2019. Oh boy. Death Roll is definitely controlling this match, but we've done some damage, though, because I noticed there was a piece of Death Roll's spinner that just came off, but we're really struggling here. So far, we haven't taken much damage, but Death Roll has, without a doubt, been controlling this match so far pretty easily. Oh, we're underneath! We're underneath! Yes! There we go. I think we got the turning point now. Okay, we are plucking some pieces off of Death Roll, which is a good thing, because we were, like... Because definitely, if this was an actual fight, we're definitely way behind on points coming into that moment right there. Yeah, we messed up their front pretty good after that right there. Because I see they got very few wedgelets. They got not much of a spinner left. There we go. Weapon on weapon hasn't weapon on weapon's been actually a decent strat, because they've definitely got more push power. Death Roll definitely has more push power than what Switchback has, but Switchback seems to have a lot more damage capabilities. So, right now, Death Roll still managing to push me around. Alright, let's go head on. See if we can dish out some more punishment in this last 10 seconds. Yeah, it took off a couple more pieces right as the clock hit 0, so yeah, it was a good fight. Like, Switchback, definitely tricky to drive, because a lot of it being it's very slow, and it's not exactly that maneuverable, but like, and including it doesn't have a lot of ground game, so it's very easy to control this robot. But yeah, I definitely see what Pori was talking about when he's told me about how difficult Switchback can be to control. But anyway, let's move on. Fight number 5, Axolotl vs. Sawblaze. And yeah, I gotta drive Axolotl for this one, and since Axolotl does not have an AI, so let's go ahead and roll with this. Let's do this thing. Okay, let's do this thing. Oh boy, oh, we already took a piece off Sawblaze's front. And we're underneath. Oh boy. Oh boy, Sawblaze took a fork off us. Oh boy. We gotta be very careful, because that hammer saw is definitely that hammer saw definitely has a lot of power to it. But we're doing some damage to Saw Blaze as well. Oh, we got a tire on Saw Blaze. Oh, 2 tires on Saw Blaze. Don't know what Saw Blaze's AI is doing, but we just crashed the game again. I think we were about to control board Saw Blaze right there. Man, Axolotl has a mean vertical spinner to it. That thing... I think Axolotl goes onto the list of robots that we played so far that's pretty OP. I heard from Pori as well that Axolotl is pretty OP, and that's why it's not in the... And that's probably the reason why it's not exactly in the main pack right there, but still incredible. Alright, Extinguisher and Rusty, and I promised I'd drive Rusty for this one, and let's see what we got for Extinguisher. I want to see if there's a vertical spinner config, at least for the AIs, because I know some of the robots with multiple configurations. Well, one configuration was made for an AI in the base pack. This extra AI pack included an AI for the second configuration. I wonder if that's the case for Extinguisher. Unfortunately not. Okay, so it looks like hammer config it is for Extinguisher. I was gonna check the next page just in case it maybe there's a second config for Extinguisher, but unfortunately not. So we're gonna roll with this right there. If this fight goes quickly, maybe I'll do a second one where I'll drive Extinguisher using the vertical spinner. Because I do feel like if Extinguisher did take on Rusty and it was a serious showdown, I do think Extinguisher would probably use the vertical spinner for it. But I could be wrong very easily about that. But Extinguisher's vertical spinner packs a mean punch to it, because I saw some pictures. Holy crap, whoa! Look at that right there! Holy crap, we are doing some serious damage to the underside. Can Extinguisher not self-right? Well, let's just keep hammering it, I guess. Yes, I know I could self-right with the hammer config, but I'm guessing this is probably an AI issue or something. Well, I don't know why the countdown got turned off there. Let's see if we can get a wheel or something. Alright, we're going to do a round 2 between these two, but I'm going to switch places. I'm going to let the AI drive Extinguisher, or the AI drive Rusty, and I'm going to drive Extinguisher, but I'm going to use the vertical spinner configuration, since we haven't seen that one yet, so let's go ahead and roll with this. Okay. Alright, sorry Rusty that I have to do this. I love Rusty. But I am really glad we get to see the new Rusty configuration after we weren't able to see the older Rusty due to reasons mentioned on social media. It's unfortunate, but I'm glad. But then, yeah, Extinguisher's vertical spinner definitely packing a punch, as it did in IRL. Because like a lot of people might not know this, but like I saw some pictures of Valkyrie after the fight with Extinguisher, and Extinguisher did some shocking amounts of damage to the front of it. There were a couple holes into some of the front armor, the frame of Valkyrie after that fight, which is actually pretty incredible. And I can't imagine what maybe it would have done to Gruff if they didn't get entangled to where Gruff's belts had to get cut in order to keep the fight going. or extinguishers weapon belts had to get cut to keep the fight going. You kind of get the idea. But yeah, extinguishers vertical spinner I think did a lot more damage than what a lot of people actually know of. So, oh, and we're taking apart the hammer, but yeah, cause like that's some of the reasons why I think extinguisher is like a little bit of an underrated robot, just because like even though it got taken apart like in that fight and stuff, like it's definitely done a lot more than what a lot of people know of. But jeez, yeah, the vertical spinner definitely has a lot of power to it, because we were able to dismantle Rusty as we just control boarded it right there. So that's gonna do it for that fight. Let's go ahead and move on as soon as we get the game loaded again. For our next fight, we're going to have Switchback take on Texas Twister. And I'm going to drive Texas Twister for this fight, so... then we'll let the AI control Switchback. Alright, let's do this thing. So far, so good, at least, for Texas Twister. Switchback smoking pretty badly right now already. Because the AI is a little crazy when it comes to swinging the drum spinner like that. It's almost like it's a lifter or something like that. That right there. So, all right. Whoa! And we just got a wheel on them. Texas Twister is doing a surprising amount of damage, although we just lost a tooth right there. But my point still stands. The Texas Twister is doing a surprising amount of damage to me. I did not think it was going to do this much. Yeah, because like how well it was able to take it to Extinguisher, and then the amount of damage it's done to Switchback here is pretty incredible, actually. But yeah, we've lost all our weapon teeth, so we're probably not going to be able to do that much more damage. Like, we're still taking a couple pieces off. I didn't... Oh gosh, oh man, that... And now we're stuck in the floor. Well, that's unfortunate. Let's see how long I get to last. But, geez, I think this is the first time I've gotten stuck in the floor, or an opponent's gotten stuck in the floor. Oh, we're out! Part of our wheel is still half in the floor right there, but I guess we'll keep the fight going. Even though I don't think I'm going to last much longer. But... man, Switchback is definitely capable of doing damage in this pack, as it did in real life. Oh crap, we lost the entire wheel. Not good, not pleasant. Because now Switchback is really starting to stack up the damage. It really started in our favor, but definitely not now, because Switchback is now really starting to dismantle us. Let's see, can we survive another 10 seconds? I think we're just barely going to. We are close to control board. But yeah, it was a rock solid fight. I'd say if I was a judge, I'd score it for Extinguisher. Or, I don't know why I said Extinguisher. I'd switch back. But, okay. Bombshell versus Death Roll. I'm going to drive Bombshell for this fight. So... Alright, let's rock and roll here. So my advantage, definitely Death Roll has the more powerful weapon right here. I'm going to need to be able to use Bombshell's speed and maneuverability to my advantage, because that's Bombshell's advantage in this fight. And, hey crap, never mind, forget the maneuverability bit, because this thing is not very maneuverable. Oh boy, and the Death Roll just flipped me. Oh boy, no, no, nope, nope, get away. Let's right side up, let's get right side up. Death Roll wanna help me, self-right, nope. Well, that's an interesting way of getting back into the arena and self-righting. But it works. There we go, now we're underneath them. I don't think we're going to really do much damage to Death Roll, because Bombshell's vertical spinner is not the most powerful, at least, but me who wants to try to drive circles, kind of like the Will Bales driving style of doing donuts. Doesn't work so well with Bombshell, because it's definitely not that maneuverable. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Oh, and I've flipped again. Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised at the lack of damage Death Roll has done so far. Or at least, because I would have expected that my wedge would have been in pieces. Maybe I would have lost a wheel or something, but that still could very well be coming. Oh crap, oh crap. Jeez, I can't get nothing on Death Roll here. I'm trying to charge in there, do like an entire Bombshell charge, basically, but it's not working. That was not exactly the most entertaining of bouts right there, but we'll work with that. But Bombshell's going to stay out there, but I kind of got to switch over because it's going to take on Axolotl. Oh yeah, it's in the more bots section. I keep forgetting that. Okay, let's do this. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, Bombshell's getting underneath. Oh no, 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 get off me, get off me, Bombshell. Oh crap, I'm stuck on top of Bombshell here. Alright, I need to get underneath Bombshell, but that's not going to be easy. Oh, now we're underneath. Oh, and we did some wedge damage, I think. There we go, now we're starting to get underneath. Oh boy, now the damage is starting to stack up, but wow, Axolotl is pretty dang powerful with that drum spinner. Oh boy, more pieces are starting to get taken off. Whoa! What? I have never seen that happen before. Holy crap, I'm learning more and more about this mod every time, and the game just crashed right there. Holy crap. That sure was something, I'd say. But yeah, so one last fight left to go, and it's going to be between Death Roll and Saw Blaze, which is a fight I could definitely see happening this season. Because I think the AI does a better job with Death Roll than Saw Blaze, I'm going to drive Saw Blaze for this fight. I think it'll be a better fight that way. Saw Blaze, a robot who's like one of the masters of winning the ground game, taking on a robot that focuses more on reach than ground game, similar to like a Saw Blaze Witch Doctor fight, basically. Since we've already gotten that matchup 3 times in 3 different postseason brackets. Holy! Whoa! Saw Blaze! Already that vertical spinner is gone on Death Roll. Holy crap! Saw Blaze is so much more powerful than I was expecting, and we just finished that so fast right there. Like, I was expecting that to be so much more back and forth, but I got Death on the corner right there, and then started slashing it with the hammer saw, and eventually the weapon was off and everything. But wow, Saw Blaze is a little bit hard to control with the fact that it can be bouncy at times, but man, that was insane. So anyway, that'll do it for this video. So thanks for watching. Be sure to hit the like and subscribe button for more content, and because there will be more Robot Arena 2 vids coming out on this mod. So I will plan on leaving a link if you wish to try out this mod for yourself to where you can access that zip file if you wish to try out this mod for yourself. Once again, thanks for checking this out, and I'll see you next time.